Hey guys, I'm back here with the 2019 Elantra GT N-Line. I wanted to do one more final video on this car just to kind of wrap things up and give you guys my final thoughts on what it's been like to live with this for the week. It's been a great car. If you want the full review, head on over to the link in the comments. But overall, I really don't have a lot of complaints about this thing. This is a fantastic, fun little daily driver. It's so easy to drive, so easy to live with. It has great performance capabilities. It's really practical. It feels well made. For 24 grand, you kind of can't go wrong with this Elantra GT. It has a lot of space in the back. It's really good value. Well made. It reminds me a lot of the GTI. It's not as fast, but it has really nice handling, performance capabilities. Decent amount of space in the back. Feature rich. Besides any autonomous stuff, it's kind of a little bit more of a driver focused version of this Elantra. If you want some more features, like radar guided cruise control, lane keep assist, you're gonna have to swing for the tech package and the DCT. But this has everything you need. Let's take it for one last drive here. I only have 36 miles left on this tank, so before I have to fill up, we'll give it one more blast. This car is a great example of how far Hyundai has come in terms of refinement and just driving character. This is a very light to the touch, easy car to drive. It's not very fatiguing. It makes for just a really nice commuter, and it's actually fun. Sometimes when you have a vehicle that doesn't have a lot of weight to the controls, it tends to be a little bit distant, a little bit numb, and that's surprisingly not the case here. You have a good amount of steering feel. This car gets better the harder you drive it, the faster you drive it, and that's how any good performance car should be. And that's the case here. There's just enough power, torque here to have fun on the street without getting yourself into trouble. I have started to warm up to these Michelin Pilot Sport summer tires, just a little bit more than before. I found them to be a little bit noisy earlier. I think the tire pressures were a little bit too high. I took some pressure out and they've quieted down a little bit. I'm getting fantastic fuel economy, about 30 miles to the gallon combined, and that hasn't been driving it nicely. Ride quality is fantastic. There's really just so much to like here, and so much value in this whole package. Pulls well all the way to red line. Some weird little highway closures this morning, so we'll see if we can get some corners under our belt. Pretty quiet on the highway. There's a little bit of tire noise, but besides that, there's not a lot of wind noise, intrusion from bumps, potholes, and again, it's kind of this pavement, this concrete's a little bit louder than most asphalts. Great visibility. You know, this isn't a car that's as exciting to drive maybe as a Fiesta ST, which I kind of put at the top of front-wheel drive hot hatches, but the Fiesta ST wasn't as good of a daily driver. Didn't have enough space in it. It rode too stiff. It was a really fun car, but really it was all performance, and this has such a nice blend of performance and practicality that kind of makes up for the fact that maybe it's not the most aggressive, sharp thing in Hyundai's lineup, Yeah, there's an N version in Europe, but we get the Veloster N, which is arguably a better performance product and a better performance chassis. And it's more aerodynamic, it's lighter weight, it's stiffer. And this Elantra GTN line strikes a really nice balance for what it is as just being a hatchback. If you want something that's performance-based, go for the Veloster N or the Veloster R Design. The Veloster Turbo R Design is a little bit more aggressive. The shifter has a little bit tighter feel with a short throw. And, you know, it's got a different look. It's got that weird 3-door thing going, or I guess 4-door. But if you just want a good, basic, nice-to-drive hatchback that has a good warranty and you're going to hold on to this for a little while, this is a really good way to go. Let's throw a corner at this and see how it does. Really hustle this car between gears. There's not a lot of rev hang at all compared to a lot of other 4-cylinder front-wheel drive hatches out there, namely the Civic Si. I think the revs drop naturally. They drop progressively in time with the amount of time that it takes to shift normally. If you're really hustling it, yeah, you know, it's not going to be, revs aren't going to drop as quickly as you need them to, but for normal use, if I would have put it to third here on the highway, do a little acceleration, clutch in, the revs drop pretty normally, which is nice. Cornering ability is amazing on these Pod Sport 4s. I think with an all-season tire, you wouldn't have nearly as much fun in this car. And you know, this is a summer tire that's going to do pretty well in the rain. It's going to do really well in the dry. You're going to get decent tread life out of it. Gives you a little bit more traction out of corners and off the line, making up for the fact that this doesn't have a limited slip diff or anything like that. That is one advantage of the Civic Si. You do get that mechanical limited slip. Ride quality is very acceptable for daily use, especially on rough roads. Something where the Veloster might be a little bit stiffer, especially for people living in Michigan. And there's my low fuel light. We'll make that the end of the review. But just wanted to kind of wrap things up this week with this Elantra GTN line. Really impressive new Hyundai product, and you know, just a good example of taking a formula, refining it. And I honestly wasn't as impressed with the Elantra GT Sport from 2018. I thought it was a little bit soft, a little bit light, but they've really come around and done some good things to this. All right, guys, well, that's it for this one. Stay tuned. We've got some more press cars coming in this next week, and for the next few months, I'm going to be having some new videos coming out pretty frequently here on this channel and on Winding Road. Almost 100,000 subscribers now. Thanks to everyone that has started watching and subscribed. Appreciate all the views and the feedback. We will see you guys in another video. Until then, take care.